This DJ's so funky, man.
On 3, 2, 1. Activate.
This is the RDDC podcast. Welcome to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host Lex coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. I hope you're feeling magnificently awesome, sparked, excited about learning more and diving into who we all are, because here, serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about, has been all about, and will be all about. For any questions, show requests, or feedback, as always, you can reach us at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. That's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. For any questions and inquiries and everything else you've been doing, you can contact us, me and Anthony and the team, at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. You can also have iTunes, Stitcher, Radio, TuneIn, and a couple more other insights on there you can reach us at as well if you're not on SoundCloud.com, which is an awesome platform for many podcasters, musics, and just things to get out there. You can also check out the blogspot.com at Real Double Dose Channel for the apparel shop. That would be on your left hand or right hand side of the corner. Different tips, motivational videos, even little recipes, any how-tos, meditational guides, and food for the spirit thoughts that we collectively put into more of the books that we have, just as well as we have for the visualization guides. Now, I'm happy to say I'm always going to be here to serve it up just the way we like it. And you can also reach us when we put those links out there for our Facebook page. Go over there and send a like and drop a comment if you want, and check out our YouTube channel as well. But today is one of those days where you're just looking forward to everything that is about to make everything worth the while. So without further ado, we're going to chime this up a little bit to be the topic of the hour and the topic of the week. And sometimes with my schedule, a couple weeks, we don't know, but it's still the topic. And that is going to be, do we believe to be? Yes. Thank you, Anthony. Do we believe to be? So one more time. Do we believe to be? And I know it might sound a little awkward. And if you are firstly tuning into this 43rd or maybe 44th episode of our segments, I freehand now. Before I wasn't, more towards the beginning, but I freehand the mic when I'm out here at a little studio, because I can be more into my skin and feel the motion as I'm moving in the ocean of our conversation. So in and out, up and downs you might hear, but it's real. It's serving straight to you, and I can't make apologies for what is, but I'm just letting you know for what's happening. And let's dive right in, shall we? Do we believe to be? Well, this goes out to many people. Matthew H. He corresponds with us sometimes, and that's one of Anthony's little cousins. I mean, he's roughly about 20 years old or whatever, and he's just finding his way in life. But one of the questions we had over a discussion at lunch a few weeks back was, do we believe to be? We kept telling him our concepts on things and how we have to manifest those things and believe them as though they were, as though they are, right? And a lot of people say these things, but you kind of, when I first heard it years back, I was like, what do you mean as it is? If I have $2 in my pocket, how can I pretend that I have $100 to spend when I only have $2? You can pretend to spend this and that, but you're not going home at that moment with what you pretend. But those things, I believe greater and good things come at a more slower rate, because so much momentum and energy is wrapped around how big and great good things are. That bad things have more of a direct kind of hit to you. That's why when you're looking for the euphoricness and finding happiness in life, you have to dig deeper and kind of go through those levels in life where you have to search it out, because happiness does not exist in this world. You have to create happiness. Happiness comes from abundance within the self and knowing of thyself, themselves, yourself, ourselves, and so forth. I mean, that is just my whole intake on it, as well as collaborations of different people's mindsets on how they feel about things like that. So do we believe to be? At the end of the day, let's make analogies here. These come from people's personal lives, comes from our lives. And I don't know how long the segment goes. It goes from the power that's felt within these moments. But I will say, if you have a vision to be a firefighter, if you have a vision to be a connoisseur of gold and mining for different things, if you have a condition in your mind to where you just see yourself being the master violinist or the pianist, or you definitely want to remodel homes, or like the tiny house movement, different things out there that you want to be, the greatest rapper, the greatest singer, songwriter, artist in the world, the greatest cook out there, whatever it might be, where you stand and where you see it is where you believe it. I repeat that again. Where you stand and where you see it is where you believe it. So this is going to take a chapter from a person that's close to my heart, one of my native brothers. He has this intake where we're just going to call him, for all intensive purposes, I don't know I don't know about all the extra right here, but we'll just say Wayne. Wayne is basically, I was kind of close to his name, but he has this is what it is right now. I kind of perception mindset where I don't want to deal with anything else because I'm accepting what this is, and this is the way it's going to be. So I'm accepting the way it's going to be. But yet you can't say you're expecting change, because if you're willingly telling and conditioning yourself to say, well, this is the way it is and this is the way it's going to be and I've accepted it, how can you willingly say that change is going to happen? You are not allowing change to come forth and flow into your environmental existence of creating what you want in your mental and spiritual atmosphere. So you can't say, well, I really, am starving for a slice of pizza, my wonderful food analogies. But, what I have right now is going to be a loaf of bread and peanut butter. This is what I'm stuck with for the rest of my life. I'm accepting it. But it would be so nice to just have a slice of pizza. Now, I'm not saying these things won't happen. I mean, you put out things in the existence. It might be someone, you go to the store one day and say, hey, free slices of pizza samples going on. Or someone says, hey, we had extra pizza. You want one? You don't know. But at the same time, if you're never expecting something great to happen, how can you believe it to be? Now, things happen all the time. Flukes, maybe. Coincidences, I think not. But they happen. So do we believe it to be? Do I believe in myself to go out there and have my music go forward and my songwriting and my books? Do I give myself enough time and energy to put into those things that I want to come to fruition? It's a thing that we have to where we can say we want something, but yet we're saying we put it out there, but nothing's happening. But are we conditioning ourselves to even put anything towards it? We can't just sit there and make a sand out of the beach and put together this big huge lump and say, well, the castle's not formed. Okay, you have to get the bucket and make some of the molds. Now, maybe you mold that whole castle, but at the same time, it's the structure of the foundation of nothing else breaking it down. It's just different analogies and takes on this. The whole thing, metaphors, as you would say. If you don't believe it to be, then don't expect anybody else to believe it to be. If you can't see it for what it is, don't expect someone else to come in and see it. Now, you might have encouragers and people who bring you up and lift you up, but if you can't accept what is, how can other people accept what is? The greatest success is proving yourself and everyone else wrong. First, it starts with you and I. It starts with you and I, because if we can't accept the things that go on in our daily lives, if we can't accept the things that just happen, then where else are we at? We have to understand that if we want to be these things and seek out, it's just like we are as children. Some of them pretend to be doctors and cooks and so forth. And what do? They become those things, or as life goes by, maybe school loans and college classes and high school issues and so forth gets in the way. And maybe they get on track and stay straight the whole way. But we can't allow our dreams to die, and no matter what age we are, no matter if we're 80 or 90, no matter if we're 26 with 17 kids or by ourselves at 34, we have to remain in the consistency of something great is happening. Something great's going to happen. Put a seed out there and plant it in the ground, and you sprinkle water over it, and you see what happens when that sun hits, and the environmental elements help that seed become exactly what it is. You can't just leave a seed in bare, dry ground and expect something to happen. Okay, obviously nature steps in, and let's put that the God force, the infinite source, that steps in. But put it this way, for example. Hey, Wayne, you put a seed in the ground, it's not going to rain for 4 weeks. Do you think you should get some water and just sprinkle it over the soil a little bit? Okay. A flood is coming. Yeah, you might not be able to stop that, but you could scoop out some of the soil with the seed and put it in a little pot to make sure something doesn't happen. You never know. So at the same time, there's things that we can do and put them into place to make those things flourish even better. Because we can't ask, oh, infinite source, oh, great spirit of all, please help me. Universal properties, come together and help me do this. But help me write a book, but yet I'm not even putting anything on the pages. Help me become the best-selling novelist out there, but yet I have nothing to even put out or even give my input. Help me become the greatest baker in the world, but yet I don't even know how to put an egg and flour together. Or I'm not even trying to. Help me become the greatest UFC champion, but I'm not even doing any practicing or hanging around those who excel in those areas. Help me to become the greatest singer in the world, but I don't even practice my voice, let alone understand anything about the music fields of where people dwell within that area. You get what I'm saying? And this always comes to us as a whole. That's us, including myself, including us over here, you, everywhere. It's all of us creating ourselves into better people and better things that happen because of it. The whole thing is, do we believe to be? Just because we say a thing, but do we believe that we are that thing? I mean, it isn't a cause. I mean, fake it. Okay. Fake it till you make it. That could be used in two different ways, because some people are so absorbed in, oh, this is what I am, and look at my suit and look at my clothes and boom, boom, boom. And they go home and it's like, shoot, this is where I am again. So they're embracing a lifestyle and trying to show the world what they are, but they're not accepting it from within. They're just putting on a facade. Now, another side of fake it till you make it is basically being exactly and carrying yourself in the mindset, spirit, heart, as though you want to be those things or what you see yourself to be, and acting as such. Not boasting and gloating and acting like a fool out there, so to speak, but embracing it from within, and it shows outwardly, holding yourself as such until it becomes into full outward manifestation. Now, there's a difference in those two, and I hope you can relate with me on that. We understand it all. There's a lot of things that hold us back in life. There's a lot of things that get in our way. But like I said before, you have to, we have to, they need to, we need to get beyond those points. My sciatica, the different things happening, the car issue, whatever might happen in my own life, I have to see beyond those points. Because if you if you fall down and you never get back up, then what is the point? If you fall for everything and don't stand up for something, there you have it again. So we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. But at the same time, I'd rather have the damned if we do. At least I can say I tried. I gave it the best I could. I gave it my all from within myself. I put all that I could inside what I had to and what I needed to for things to happen and be the great ways that they can unfold. And as I say to Wayne, as I say to Matthew, as I say to Jessica, Cheryl, everyone out there who has their voice, and there's so many names I can't name them off, but I feel you in my heart and my soul. We have to be the things that we believe that we are. Do we believe them to be is exactly what it is. Hashtag, do you believe? And then that's the whole thing. It's like no one else is going to change that belief system for you. If a person can change it for you, is more of a negative impact. Like I had mentioned previous times before, I think Mr. Les Brown had mentioned they had did a study about someone saying they could do it or they can't do it. In the study, 25%, my goodness, I'm having tongue-tied issues. Participants, they had 25 of them, I believe. Now, you can check it out for yourself. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on every word for word. I am not the best at that. But they had them saying they couldn't do it. Now, it took them over 17, 25 times maybe before they could actually believe that you can do it one time, right? No, not one time, more times. So it took them you can't do it one time, and it took them 25s you can do it. So they believe that you can't do it for one time. So it took that much reconditioning out of the system to believe that they could do it again. That's how powerful negativity is. That's how powerful putting ourselves down is. It's so powerful and it's disgusting in its own form, but this is the way things have evolved in this lifetime. It's the same thing as having all those things go against you or for you. And every time we take a step forward into something and then we take a step back, we're just pushing ourselves further away from those things. I believe Mr. Brown also said again, weeds in your yard. You see weeds on the ground in the park, wherever you go. They don't need any encouragement to grow. Weeds don't need encouragement to grow. You know, that you see them, they pop up, you mow them down, they pop back up. They just grow. And the more you cut them down, they pop back up even more. And you got to give it to those little suckers. At the same time, they're made for a reason. You know, it's for seasons and reasons. And they're just as utilized in the ground as for whatever. We must not like them on our landscape, but obviously they were created for a reason. Beautiful dandelions or not, it's gorgeous how they blow in the wind. The whole point that is made here is, do you believe? Do I believe? Do we believe to be? So everything that we say that we're going to be and we are we embracing it inside of ourselves right now? Do we see it? Do we feel it? Do we smell it? Do we taste it? Can we touch it? Go inside of yourselves, as I plan to do myself, even more so. And go to that place of where you see yourself fully at. I mean, I get to a point, like I used to where you can literally feel the experience so deep that nothing can take you from it. You can give yourself that much time. Imagination is key, but imagination is fulfilled dreams of what we all live today, whether the car you live in or the house, whether it's some cool little gadget you use, whether it's a towel or a bra or a pair of boxers, whatever it is, it's someone's imagination brought to fruition of that dream that came to life. They believed it to be, and they believe themselves as they are to be more of. That's the whole thing. Action, massive action is what I need to take, and we all need to take. We need to take those steps forward into the things that we see that need to be more of. That's all I can really say about it, you know. And honestly, you know, it strikes me sometimes, it irritates me because I'm looking at myself and I start fine combing little things that I'm not doing more of. Or I'm like, okay, I'm downtown going through this experience down here, which is wonderful, you know, meeting different people and saying that. But then at the end of the day, I look at the other part and I'm like, well, I really don't need to be down here. And do I look a certain way because I am down here? And when you tell people you're into this and you have this going on, they're kind of like, wow, well, if you have that going on, why are you here? You know, and it's like, well, it's called experiencing life. I've met a lot of wonderful people from around the world. I've met people from the BBC channel. I've met people from the movie on Water for Elephants with Johnny Depp. I've met a lot of people and not staying in a little scarcity bubble. It's because I just have that reminiscence that was given to me as a gift to be able to make other people's life a little bit better, even if it's for a couple moments, even if it's while they're eating a sandwich, even if it's while they're walking past and giving a smile. I was given to give them that at those moments, and that is my token back in life. So I'm also feeding off of that energy myself, and we all need to be fed spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Mine needs to be more with being prayer and having my meditational mind just constantly there. And I admit the things that I need to do, but also I need to understand that do I believe to be all these things and all these gifts and all these wonderful things that have been given to me in aspects of elements. Am I going and asserting myself as such? Not burning myself out, but giving so much of myself. All I can do is throw out all of my seeds. All you can do is put all your seeds out there in a nice organizational pattern or a nice form. Just put them out there in the world and watch them germinate back. Yes, it might not be in 2 moments or 2 weeks or 2 months. Hell, I don't even know if it'll be 2 years. But I guarantee for all of us, if we put ourselves as we believe to be out there, surely, guaranteed, everything that we put out will definitely come right back to us. It is a boomerang effect. It is the karma stipulation, whatever you want to say. Whatever you put out, whatever you sow, so shall you reap. That is the truth. It was spoken in the greatest book ever written. And at the same time, it is spoken in the heart of every man and woman and child in here. Whatever you put out there, you will come back. And now some people have put nothing but good and have reaped bad harvests. Now some of that is meant to build you up stronger for what's about to come, teach you a lesson that you can show someone else's light in, or it might be a martyr situation to whatever it is. Only the infinite source knows of all these things. But do we believe to be exactly where we want to be, where we're going, where we're headed? Not who we are right now in this very second, but who we are when we stop listening, when we get off the phone, who we are when we wake up tomorrow morning, who we are when we go down the street and we see someone in need, who we are when we see a person standing there and can't afford diapers for their kid, pull out a couple bucks, who we are when we see someone standing in line and they might need lunch and they might be short. Just feel the energy around you. Be a help to someone else, and someone else can be a help to you. Be a guiding system for someone else to see that light, so that their light might shine on someone else and stimulate a whole change of a ripple effect out there. Do we believe to be? And if you can't believe to be, know what you're going to be and feel exactly how you are and where you're going. No one else can dictate that for you or take that away from you. You are more than what you say you are, what you think you are. No matter what kind of industry or field you are in, you are meant to be more than that and more into that, whatever you are into, with the passionate feel in your heart. Whatever you do, give it all you got, no matter what it is. No matter if it's picking up trash and flipping burgers, cleaning rooms, doing a heart surgery, doing any kind of thing, taking care of the homeless, taking care of the elderly, whatever it is, babysitting, whatever it is, household mom, dad, whatever. Give it all you have and do it in joy and love. Even if you have a bad day, and watch how things turn around for you. Put your ideas out there and go to people and connect with those who have the same vision as you or similarities to it, and surround yourself around those who can give you the energy and motivation of what you need just as well as you can give to them. Do we believe to be only exists when we're actually making the steps forward for those things to be as such? That's the only way they're going to ever happen. Not to the point where you're forcing it, but letting it be and guiding with it and putting your seeds out there as you go down that path and making sure the water drops touch every piece of ground that you shade. So I want to put that out there to you all. I love you as usual and as always. And we thank you for your time. As always, you can reach us at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. That's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com for anything you want to check out. And for contacting us, as you all have greatly been doing, you can do at realdoubledosechannel@yandex.com. That's realdoubledosechannel@yandex.com. I think you're absolutely wonderful. You guys give me extra life just to wake up and blink my eyes and say aho, amen, and thank you to all the beautiful things out there that this universe has been created for. So without further ado, from anything that we've been doing, I will miss you until the next time. I hope you can feel this. If you feel like sharing it, that's wonderful. Leave a comment or just let it embrace your life and absorb it and apply it wherever the greatness can be touched, and just flow or go with the flow of the things that want to be sown, so you can reap the harvest and others can benefit off of that harvest as well and touch each other's lives. I thank you for your time, and we will be back with you soon.